My name is Ian Breuner, and I am an undergraduate student studying exercise science at Montana State University. I helped gather data in the Human Nutrition Lab for a broad dietary strategy study, and through that had the opportunity to develop my own research question. I looked at the effects of an 8-week dietary fiber intervention on body composition in overweight and obese adults. Overweight and obese individuals are at a greater risk for chronic diseases such as cardiovascular diseases and type 2 diabetes. There is evidence to suggest dietary fiber may increase satiety and decrease caloric intake. We examined the effects of a supplemented fiber-controlled midday meal over 8 weeks on total muscle percentage, visceral adipose tissue, and fat mass percentage. We had 30 adults, 25 of which were female, participate in the study. Participants must have had a waist circumference greater than 40 inches for males and greater than 35 inches for females to qualify. The study design was a single-blind, randomized control trial with convenience sample, where body composition analysis, height, weight, and BMI were recorded, and a bioelectrical impedance analysis was used to measure total muscle percentage, visceral adipose tissue, and fat mass percentage. Participants self-reported on the amount of aerobic strength or stretching activities that they performed each week. Each participant received 5 supplementary meals per week for 8 weeks and were randomly assigned to a low, medium, or high lentil group, with the low group receiving 0 cups of lentils, medium group receiving 1.5 cups of lentils, and the high group receiving 3 cups of lentils per week. Linear mixed effects models with body composition measures as a response and explanatory variables including the meal group intervention and reported days of aerobic and strength activities was performed using RStudio. The results varied greatly, and there were no statistical difference in fat mass percentage or visceral adipose tissue in any of the meal groups post-dietary intervention. There was a slight decrease in total muscle in individuals who reported doing strength activities during the week, with a p-value at 0.0341. While the results were not what we initially expected, there were several limitations to the study. The 3 different meal groups were not controlled for macronutrient content, and we had no way to control for participants' caloric intake outside of the supplemented meals. There was a risk of self-report bias when it came to individuals completing the survey on strength, aerobic, and stretching activities per week, and participants' activity levels were also not controlled. Despite these limitations, the study had several strengths. These included our target population, as well as it being a long-term dietary intervention. Long-term dietary interventions are important in reducing the risk of chronic diseases in individuals, and the study target population has shown to be at greater risk of developing chronic diseases such as coronary heart disease and type 2 diabetes.